Oh, celestial rising, divine noon, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video, to divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another. What is this life about, and why are we here?
Time I met Michael Jackson, I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I thought I was gonna be super crazy.
We are back with another message. I understand. Before we get into this teaching, and yes, the teaching has arrived, by the way, and yeah, and don't even worry. That's actually a male skull, so you don't gotta sit there and be like, nah. But let's let y'all know what we are doing for today. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Michael Jordan, and then Michael Jackson. If you choose to, if you enjoy these videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages. And I just want to say to all the people who have, subscribed and who are new to the family, new to the divinity, welcome to the heavenly embodiment of a higher consciousness. Now, understand, I'm neither right nor wrong, and I do not care how you feel about your idols, because we had to knock down these idol worshippers, because these beings,
Like how they see on TV, the moment you lay eyes on this nigga, you just faint or start crying, like sporadically, right? And I was like, because I've never been starstruck. Like, I meet artists, everything be good, I be entertainers, athletes, everything is always a poet.
When I say these beings, we'll further along down the teaching as far as why I just stopped at these beings, because it's confusing to even describe what these beings are that we actually used to look up to and be inspired by. It's so... The rabbit hole gets so deep, I stopped digging just to catch my breath. And when I caught my breath, I asked myself, should I keep on digging with this information? If I dig too deep into Babylon, will I ever come up for air? But then again, I cannot go back up for air when I'm already climbing down the ladder of Jacob's ladder, as I'm ascending my consciousness by climbing down to hell. We are going to enter a deep, dark abyss that consciousness is enslaved in, as far as greed, unconsciousness. The spellcasting gets so deep that you really had to question, were you inspired by a woman playing as a man's avatar or a man playing a woman's avatar? But what's the difference to the almighty creation of the observable effect of what the affector isn't affected by through a subconscious ideal of what it thinks God can be? Because what the Almighty isn't what God can be, because God is partially Almighty, but the Almighty is still God. So who are these beings communicating with? What are they channeling? Why are they being inverted at birth just to become idols? What are you worshiping in duality? It's black, it's white. What did Michael Jackson say? Heaven can wait. Why would I want heaven to wait for me when heaven can't even wait for itself in the race? And even if heaven started the race, it wouldn't be able to finish the race it never started. So why is heaven racing after, or why is heaven even racing against hell when heaven and hell are in the same exact race that'll never finish? So why should heaven wait on my subconsciousness? Who are these people singing to? Who are they performing for? Who is Michael Jackson dancing for? Who is Michael Jordan, or what was Michael Jordan, or what was Michael Jackson doing their skills for? Why?
But Mike was the only person that I said, the day I meet this nigga, I'm probably gonna trip out. So finally I get the opportunity to meet Michael Jackson. I fly out to Vegas, and I'm greeted by Muhammad.
Peep the symbolism.
This head security Muslim guy, right? He comes.
Already, when you see a brick, stage for brick masons. Now, not assuming that all that symbolism has to do with brick masons or like secret societies, but just know when you see somebody in front of that they're performing, they're in front of a stage, they're showing you what they have to tell you. Like, they gotta tell you the truth. But what is the truth in a world full of lies?
Yes, Mr. Jackson is upstairs waiting for you. So we're going upstairs. At this point, this is when I realize, okay, everything about Mike is choreographed. Nothing is natural. Everything is set up. Invitation, I said, okay, cool. We go upstairs. We're walking down this long, windy hallway with two big-ass golden double doors waiting at the end, right? So we're walking, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, I'm about to walk through the double doors and meet the legend. Like, oh, shit. What am I going to say? I don't want to say nothing stupid, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to come off like no groupie and shit, you know what I'm saying? But this is Michael motherfucking Jackson, right? So we go through the doors. We go through the doors, and right in the middle of the floor, there's this chair. Like, just big-ass, king-looking type of chair. Mike's sitting in this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck going on, right? But clearly, all this was set up. The next thing you know, Muhammad's like, your guest is here, Mr. Jackson. The chair just starts spinning. Like, slow motion. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm about to see this nigga face. Yo, crazy reaction I ain't never expect ever, right? Soon as he turns around and faces me, I ain't really know what to say, but he just jumped up and was like, hey, Akon, man, what's up, man? Go. He runs up, gives me this big ass hug, and I'm hugging him, and I'm like, oh shit, I feel like I've been knowing this nigga forever. Come to find out, he was just as a bigger fan of me than I was of him. I didn't realize how in tune Mike was with what was happening in the music business, you know. So we sat down, man, he's telling me about all the stuff he's doing, the foundation and all these programs he got for the kids, and you hear what I'm doing. He's like, man, we gotta come together and build schools in, you know, in Africa. And he was like, you wanna go to the movies? I was like, movies? You go to the movies? He said, yeah, let's go. So he goes into the room. 20 minutes later, he comes back out. And I'm like, okay, shit, where's Mike? The guy that came back out was like, I'm right here. I was like, this ain't Mike. I said, Mike, that's you? This nigga came out looking like an old man with a long-ass beard, this little hat move in his trench, like a complete disguise. I was like, oh, shit. He said, you ready? I said, yeah, I'm ready. So at this point now, I'm tripped out because I'm like, I'm
like, but what the hell is going on right now?
Saw Mike just change and turn into a whole nother person. Like, he was a king of disguises. Like, this nigga could have been standing next to you the whole time. You would not even know it was Mike.
I love the sound of rain, low-key. But hold on. Are you hearing what this dude... are you hearing what he's saying?
The person. Like, he was a king of disguises. Like, this nigga could have been standing next to you the whole time. You would not even know it was Mike. So this is the first time that the whole IMAX 3D experience came out. So Mike took me to go see it. So we're on this elevator. And then we're going. And as we're going up the escalator, somebody recognizes me, right? He's like, oh my God, is that Akon? And then you see Mike going like this. I'm like, yo, Mike, what are you doing? So now all these kids come running, rushing. Akon, can we get a picture? Can we get an autograph? Picture and autograph? And Mike just looking at me, cracking up like, laughing like a motherfucker. I'm like, this nigga set me up. I should set his ass up. But then I thought about it, man, hell no. These motherfuckers, this is Mike, we ain't leaving this hotel. But he was just so astonished to watching how the fans was on me. And he set me up, man, the whole time. And the whole time, believe me, I'm wanting to set him up, but I know it could be super, super dangerous. But I just watched it all happen. But it was just an amazing experience to hang out with that Mike for that moment and have that little bit of fun. But after that, we hung out for like 2 years straight.
He said with that mic. I wanted to show y'all that. Also, remember this for the Gematria. And the thing is, too, we speak in the future when it comes down to Gematria. But I feel like he also played in the episode as well. Now, let's go over to Michael Jordan. And yes, I'm going to expose Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson in the same exact teaching. They both going to get the smoke. And the thing is, too, oh, man. You know, I'm tired of being lied to, you know? Like, it's weird out here because, man, there are some beings out here who don't even know that they were turned inside out. And their parents felt as if the gender that they were born with wasn't enough for them. to sustain their living. And I just feel like that's very deceitful. And there are some people out here. I'm gonna say a shout out to, the supporter that helped me with trans investigations, and shout out to Skull and Gate as well. Yeah, Skull and Gate, because they gave me a forensic overlay of myself, and I'm really appreciative of that. And the thing is too, I asked because I wanted to ask. I was like, I asked her, and the thing is too, she protects me, and she doesn't even have to. She has kids of her own, and she just guards me. Like, that's lovely. I appreciate that. And she just teach me all these different things in 3 days. So this is me, of course, Divine Messenger. That was my old account. Female Skull. So you can see my face doesn't align with that. So if somebody's like, well, how would you know? So what I noticed was the line going through. That's how you're able to tell if my face could fit in, and my eyes, my nose was able to fit with this, then that's how I would know that I was, I'm not but a woman being a man. But because the male skull right here, X and Y, you can see that it doesn't align with this, but it aligns with this. So she put, because for the forensics and the EGIs for the overlay, she basically taught me, and Skull and Gate on Twitter taught me as well, when you're putting, like, they had 2 skulls for the overlay for the forensics. I'm still trying to understand that too, but these 2 skulls are able to help you understand if you are a man or a woman. So now, what you think I asked her about the people that I follow or who follow me and who comment under my YouTube videos? All I'm gonna say is, man, it's wicked out here. She basically did EGI scan or forensics on people that have commented under my videos. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. Just know I love all beings. I'm just tired of being lied to. I'm tired of wasting my time with people who be faking it. Like, I don't know how to say faking it, but putting on a facade and they don't even know themselves. It's like, how you practicing delusion, expecting me to be delusional with you when I don't even practice my own delusions, and I'm still delusional of my own delusions, but I'm aware of it. You're not aware of your own delusions. I can't fuck with you. You can get me killed. Thank you for, and thank you, Sue. Yeah, I did ask. I was like, can you please do one for me? Because I want to see. I ain't gonna. So when she did that for me instantly, basically I got 2 people. If I wanted to, I could make a request. They can instantly tell me if anybody's born a woman or a man. You know what I have at the palm of my hands? So now the people that I'm thinking, really seeing what I'm seeing, I started to know, I went through a deep, dark, not even, this shift, this phase. I was stuck in my mind because I'm like, how long have they been living the movie They Live? The movie They Live is about the inverted minds. They're not like us. People and beings who are really authentic, who are literally born men, born women. It gets problematic to me when I ask a parent, how do you feel if a man pretends to be a woman? Is that not a mockery to you? No, it's not a mockery. I don't see it as that. You think a man can be a better woman than a woman? No, they're delusional? I understand. Relax. But just thank you. Just thank you. Man. Dog. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still a little distraught by just understanding that. But now we gotta understand too how Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson were both. And then the thing is too, some people, this shit gets so deep. Ancient religions beyond 5,000 years, 10,000 years, 100,000 years have been doing this. So it was, in the biblical times, there was a mother, I think it's Acosta or Jacosta. It was something biblical, but they were like having incest with each other. It was a son that married his mother, and she gave birth to his children. And I'm tired of people still bringing up dumbass shit like fallen angels or Adam and Eve. Because if you think about these ideologies, Adam's going through evolution. If those are our only two parents and they had children, if like these scientists or like how these people who think they're conscious, I'm so tired of motherfuckers playing with spirituality and consciousness. Like, this is not a fucking game, bruh. Like, people get crucified for shit like this. And niggas like me gotta be the messenger going to higher planes of existences and then wielding them, trying to help you understand how you can fathom this shit in a 666 dimension that you are unconscious in. They are fucking with humanity's mindset and people don't even see the trauma. Mental health is so bad that they give us a trauma and it sells because it's so dark and it sounds good. Who does not know what he seeks does not identify what he finds. Out of all the poses you could have did, why? And niggas will sit here and get mad. I done had 4 people today say some dumbass shit. I'm going to expose y'all because I done had it up to here now with people who are playing characters on social media and in real life. And then when I got people coming to me out of the blue telling me about a whole different realm of consciousness, I didn't even... like, what? So now it's like, I'm getting more pissed off even though I'm playing a part of the game because I technically don't care. But it's like when you're hiding behind a mask and you telling me one thing, but then somebody shows me the truth in a world full of lies, I sit there and ask myself, why did I let you lie to me dead in my face and you wasn't even real from the get? That goes with so many people now. These 2 people done helped me just see far beyond ancient Babylon. We talking about ancient civilizations that were manifesting breeding grounds for beings to be inverted at birth. Like, I can't talk to somebody who doesn't know themselves if they don't know themselves. I just can't because you would dumb me down. The conversations are way too dense for me. I can't do it. Like, I'd rather talk to a being. Like, I don't care if you go for the other side. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you classify as trans or non-binary. If you are conscious and you real with yourself, I'm gonna have a conversation with you like it's another day. But if you playing characters, that's deceitful. That's sneaky. People like that can get you killed. At least you know through the camera, through a 2-dimensional screen. Now, of course, I show you and tell you things that I think are appropriate for you to know, but I don't tell you everything. I don't bring my problems to work. We sit here, we give you the videos, and I say we as far as me and higher consciousness, we give you the videos and then we let you decipher what you think is the truth or the fiction. But as this shit keeps on going, I'm now realizing if you're not ready to go to war with ancient bloodlines that still exist and that are still attacking your children, along with the parents that you think are your parents, but really you're a trafficker or you're oppressed trafficker, trafficking your soul through industries and pharmaceuticals and the medical industry, inverting your whole genitalia, your eggs because your eggs are expensive. All that eugenics and epigenetics, all that genetic shit, people who are obsessed with that, makes fucking sense, man. That shit crazy, boy. That's so sad, man. Like, this is the year of focus. So I'm just tired, but I'm tired of it, dog. Like, I can be so authentic with people and niggas will sit here and still be insecure with who they never were. Niggas don't even know they actually consciousness. You actually don't have no gender. That's how deep this shit finna get. Because technically speaking, I know that I'm a born male. And the thing is too, thank you to the trans investigator that helped me see my overlay as a male. Now, of course, I don't believe in male or female because divine feminine, divine masculine has no gender. God has no gender. But if it did, it would be a woman because what gives life? What gender gives life? I was like, what? Oh, okay. I had an update. My bad, y'all. I was like, whoa, come on, iPhone. But yeah, so because of that, that's why the male half perspective of the woman's perception, he is guiding that egg into being more enlightened than what it was lying in through the shadow side of itself and the mother's womb. So people are still in their mother's womb, not understanding that your mother gave birth to you in a Luciferian enlightenment that you still haven't escaped from, because your family that you probably haven't even met yet, they're hiding you from your truth. Because if you find out, you'll cause more anger, you'll cause more chaos, because they didn't tell you that at birth you were really a woman, but now you a man. And they expect you to be the breadwinner, to take care of them. So Jordan and Kobe.
In all cases.
I put this because Kobe is Jordan, Jordan is Kobe. Like, these two beings are one and the same mindset, one and the same consciousness. And then by them knowing Michael Jackson, that's his duality. So they had to mock us through MJ's persona. Like, and the thing is too, somebody could be like, well, how is Michael Jordan a woman playing a man? Akon just gave you an example of Michael Jackson put on disguise and nobody knew. He willingly, and the thing is too, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. People say so much shit and don't know they're unconscious about it, so they're conscious about it. As we sat there and watched that, you had to sit there and realize too, he said Michael Jackson is a king of disguises. So you wouldn't even know if you were standing next to him. So you gotta really ask yourself, who the fuck is Kobe? Who is Jordan? Who is Kobe to Kobe, and who is Jordan to Jordan when they're consciousness? And I'm still projecting what they are not. These aren't even men in the NBA. So what I learned too, these are a bunch of, so Joanna Man basically. I had to break down Joanna Man. What I realized, the NBA is the WNBA, and the WNBA is the NBA. Peep the wordplay. The NBA is the WNBA. The WNBA is the NBA. But now, understand, trafficking, that's how wicked it gets. I also have a teaching exposing XXX Tentacion. If you know anybody who looks up to him, is inspired by him or her, you need to watch your back and you need to stay far away from them, because they look up to Luciferian and Baphomet worshippers. These are Luciferian and Baphomet worshippers that were trafficked into industries to be a mindset. That's why, and the thing is too, I ain't gonna say it even hurts, but it hurts my inner child, because at first I didn't know. I never knew till I got older, and when people would tell me certain things, they were, I had so many guys in my life who were preparing me to be the one to shift society into where it is today. We don't honestly know if these are actually grown men or grown women pretending to be men and then dominating our sport. That's why it's called basketball. When the moment you played the game, who are you playing for? So that's why it makes sense on why I never cared to go to the league. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I had some people, I done played against some nice people. I would say I got one of the nicest, I think to me, one of the best point guards in the NBA to follow me, in my opinion. That said, you ain't never even seen me play, but you know, because it's a mindset thing. When I'm watching these two beings, regardless if it's men or women, I love that insanity. That's why it's like, I can't get mad at the being for not knowing they're under MK Ultra, but I had to just let you expose yourself. It's because what the trans investigator told me, don't expose the people that comment under my stuff or that follow me, because suicide is real, but just know I know who you are. And a lot of you niggas and a lot of you women, you're not as conscious as you think. Literally, you're under mind control. And the thing is too, no projection needed, but I'm giving you your projection. So I don't have to sit here and say, oh, because I know somebody can sit here and try to, reverse psychology me. You're projecting. No. I gave you my EGI. I gave you my forensics case. Can you? Can you show me if you were born a man or a woman? I don't really care either way, but I'm infatuated with the mindset of geniuses. That's why I had to get better every single time I make a video. That's why I'm showing you this side to side, because how many people play like this today? Like, how many people are just hooping? Just hooping. Like these two beings right here. And the thing is, too, I used to think that they were both cocky, ignorant. Like, it's something I didn't like about them. As I got older, I started loving how they played the game, but I was never in love with their game. But I took some pieces and then emulated that into my game. But I adopted the hunger, the drive, determination to getting better, to wanting it, to getting my family out of like a situation of working. So as we're watching Michael Jackson now. Michael Jackson is Michael Jordan. You are Michael Jordan. You are Michael Jackson. These, like, the thing is too, so if there's a being called Carbonite, so that's why I had to link at first too. I ain't gonna lie, my teaching is all over the place. I don't apologize. Just, you have to keep up. You have to keep up. And the thing is too, that's exactly why YouTube is a thing. You can pause it. You can sit there and be like, this is too much. You can come back a year later and watch this again. I want you to know, I do not speak in 2025. And I never did. That's why my new account or my old account is really, and Skull and Gate just liked it. Oh, he liked one of my things, liked by Skull and Gate. I can't make this shit up. Skull and Gate, if you're watching this video, bro, thank you for liking. I said I'm gonna shock the world on my Twitter. And I mean that. I'm gonna shock the world. I'm gonna shock the world with this. Michael Jackson is a Corbinite or Corbants. So, and a Corbant is a dancing spirit. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Because people don't know about this stuff. So look at MJ, look at Michael Jackson. Like, these beings who have orgies and who are soul trafficking their children to satanic ritualistic abusive families, these young souls don't even know what they're born into till they practice the occultism, till they understand the trauma. And then it's like they become insane because they're doing a routine that's not benefiting them or their family, but it's helping these deities stay immortalized through our traumatic experience that they sprinkle upon our subconscious thoughts that belong to them, not us. Because we don't think, we just are. We observe our thoughts and then we expungiate them, or we exfoliate them, or we enunciate them into the universe because they don't belong to us. It's like when you realize you got shoes that are dirty, you have to let them go and buy some new ones because they don't belong to you. If you have a game system or a phone or a TV, you know it doesn't belong to you, so you may want to get a newer TV or a better TV. You have to get rid of the old one, new clothes, even contacts. You look through the pictures or the photos of your ex or whatever, and you have these memories. But when you delete them, when you delete the contact and you block them, there is no bondage, there's no binding spell with these spellcasters anymore because you can't see them anymore. If you keep seeing them in your memories, all you're doing is memorizing more trauma that you're self-inflicting. Often said to be the sons of Apollo and Thalia. Understand too, these names are all satanic. Every name, every word, all these are, I hope you know, every letter, every number, every word is a spell. You have to be able to literally talk Luciferian, Satan or satanic, angelic. You got to talk in Christ consciousness. You got to talk in dimensions. You got to talk in the 2D, the 1D, the 3D, the 4D. You got to talk in higher realms to decipher their discernment. They don't think like us. So you have to think like them to expose them. That's why you have to be open-minded to information that people can never talk about. Because when I realized that I done made consistent videos about sex trafficking, even on Patreon. And my supporters that watch my videos and DM me, y'all know that. I realized that a lot of people who claim that they're spiritual or conscious, I noticed that they haven't even made like videos even exposing the whole spell casting on that lie too. Or is it the truth? People don't talk about that. And then people want to talk about genetics and shit whole entire time. You're talking to your community that's also inverted like you. But to the people who are straight, we don't even know what you are. So you playing both sides of the fence. And then somebody can say, well, I learned contradictions from you because for one, when I started getting on the internet, and all of a sudden I see niggas speaking in contradictions now. Before I started getting on the internet, I ain't see that shit. Then the moment I started making videos, now niggas is stealing the sauce and shit. Thinking that I don't see the sauce and shit. I'm giving niggas plates and bowls on how to eat, and niggas are sitting there adding their own recipe. I fuck with it. But why have a conversation with me when you playing both sides of the fence? You two-faced. You're like Janus, the two-headed god of January. Happy New Year. Rustic deities connected with nature, initiation, and ecstatic ritual. They were worshipped not only by the Greeks, but also by the Phrygians, who called them Carbonts or Carbonites. The Corbants were often confused with other rustic deities such as the Crui. What the fuck are these words? The Curates, the Kabiri, excuse me, like the Curates and the Corbants were youthful male gods who protected Lucifer. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So look. So even with Michael Jordan as well, before we get into their forensics and EGI, the consciousness of Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson were youthful male gods who protected Lucifer when he was a baby by dancing around him. Clashing their arms to prevent his father Kronos from hearing his cries. The Corbants also protected the infant Dionysus and played a role in his orgiastic rites. Do you see? Because this is a dancing spirit. So when we look at Michael Jackson, look at him or look at her. And the thing is too, look at the shoulders. So like, you see my shoulders, right? You can just tell most of society, they're like petite beings. They're so petite. You really gotta sit there and say, you built like a girl. Oh, wait a minute. So like, look at him or her. But it doesn't even matter because like, look at the consciousness. Or see, now we gotta understand holograms. These are all just holograms. So you gotta understand how deep the spellcasting gets so deep. You gotta realize that we are observing a black hue's perception. Saturn. These artists are telling you about Saturnalian cults, and we are observing their consciousness. They're not even here for real. Michael was never here for real. But the spirit of the Corbants and his brothers knew he was a sacrifice at a young age. They knew that. But then it's like, to master all of this, you have to understand like Wicca, witchcraft, voodoo, demonology, Anton LaVey, Aleister Crowley. Like, his father put him in these industries to help him understand about his spiritual side. There was also a YouTuber, I forgot her name. I don't know the video. That's when they started mocking us. I forgot the name of this YouTuber, but she had a great video about Michael Jackson. And there was a book on him going and like he was meeting with somebody in his house. Joe, like his father knew somebody. There was like a being that had a robe on or a hood on. Couldn't see his face. He opened the door. Next thing you know, the Jackson 5 and the brothers and all that, and Joseph, or Joe, whatever, they went upstairs with the being, closed the door. The person who owned the house couldn't go upstairs with them. But next thing you know, he could hear like the rituals being done behind closed doors. So you gotta really ask yourself, Who was this Korban dancing for? Who was it entertaining? Look at these elites. So his father and Michael Jordan as well, at a young age, they're so like God damn. My fault. Because I'm just now learning this stuff. So you just gotta bear with me right now. And I'm still just trying to fathom this stuff because I'm just now learning too that a lot of people that I thought were their gender, they're not. And it's just kind of crazy because it's like, damn. I'm upset with parents who really go through with that. Like, that's... So as they soul traffic Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, they look at these babies. So how I see it as an astral project, farming mindsets. And the thing is too, your brain is not actually in your brain or in your skull. It's like a line in a factory. As these, and they're not fallen, but they're ascended extraterrestrial deities that just fell in consciousness, not physicality. Because they're always going to be giant in nature. They're enchained into being like moving consciousness. When they see the ones that spark out or who are bright at birth, those are chosen ones. Those are the ones who go through the worst trauma ever. That's exactly why if you don't know your spiritual role, you're not meant to practice spirituality. You're not meant to know this stuff. You're just meant to be a background character to our main story. We're the ones that had to... We got two choices when you're conscious. Either you dance with the devil or you smack the devil for not realizing that he's dancing with his own ignorance. All right, we're the armed and crest dancers who worship the Phrygian goddess Cybele with drumming and dancing. They telling you. They gotta tell you. So dance raucously behind whom the goat Almalthea suckles the infant Zeus. Marble relief from the... And the thing is too, back then, if you read the book of Enoch, that whole incest and eating people, that whole shit. Now, so this is how they're trafficked. The phallus enters... Now the thing is too, what do you see? Now, hold on. Where's that picture at with Michael Jackson? No coincidence. This is it. He even projected and told you his whole life was a holographic lie. And people danced to it. And yeah, my teaching's all over the place once again. Now, with the gait, somebody basically admitted that they were one of them. And he was talking about like the gait doesn't define if the person is born a woman or man or whatever. And I was like, you sound ignorant because for one, I never stated that the gait proves that Michael Jackson is a woman embodying a man's avatar. For one, fuck that. What I realized instantly, immediately, look at the goddamn skull, dumbass. That's why I can't wait to expose you niggas in the next video with XXX. Oh my God, I can't wait to expose y'all. I can't wait. So, now, we got male skull. So remember, the male skull, that's the one that the forensics trans investigator did on me. So mine would match the male skull. But now Michael's matches the female skull. And somebody can be like, what the fuck? I know. It was like, Michael Jackson was chemically castrated by late Father Joe, claims doctor jailed over singer's death. And the thing is too, if you want fame, fortune, you gotta sacrifice something. And the thing is too, as a baby, as a child, you won't know how you got famous till it's too late. Your family sacrificed you for a dollar bill. Male gait, straight legs, knees together, feet facing forward, gap between feet. Female gait, shoulder and hip twist, arm swing, legs crossed, legs diamond, walking on as broken leg, one foot in front of the other, tight rope walking, knees and feet, One facing 4 o'clock, the other at 8 o'clock. And the thing is too, with the gait, it's like this side of the bone, or I forgot the name of that shit, but like right here, this part of your body, I guess like your hips and all that, it's supposed to like, it's not supposed to be out as far as like a woman. So if you look at his gait, if he's conscious about it, he can fix it. But that's how you're able to tell by the walk, by this as well, because you should be seeing that as well. And a lot of times they don't have that. They get rid of it, but they want to be slick. They'll get them facial hair. They'll give them like hormonal, let's say, shots as well. Prescriptions for them to seem like they're a male figure. The whole entire time, it was a woman playing a man. But men and women don't even exist. There's something missing. Shout out to Skull and Gate, by the way. If I ask this user right here, if I ask him or her to do an EGI or forensics on somebody, I know they're going to give me some heat on my soul. If you comment, you better be careful. I got guardians watching. And if they know you comment, they can do forensics on you. And I can just sit there and be like, oh my God. Like, but I can't expose y'all. Nor would I really care to. But if I catch you lying, you're done. What it was missing? Pause, by the way. So it's like, and he took an oath as well. As Zachariah at a young age, there'll be times too, to where he would go to hotels, like he would go to meetings in hotels and be gone for days, maybe even weeks from his brothers. And his brothers were wondering where he would be at. He would always come back like sick, maybe even bruised up, but he would always be different, but it was more enlightened. This nigga Joe let his son get trafficked. And the thing is too, incest was prominent in their family with the daughters as well. Michael Jackson autopsy fate. And the thing is too, you can get mad at me all you want. You can sit here and deny, which is what idol worshippers will do when you talk about their favorite celebrities. They'll sit here and say, I don't believe it. I'm not falling for it. Okay, cool. Just got the video. We're still watching. Male skull, female skull. I'm over here. Some of you are over here. But you think you this. But you this. Because of this. Shout out to you trans investigators. Y'all need a raise. Bad. Michael Jackson, female skull. Michael Jordan, biological female. Shout out to you, Skull and Gate. Tough, man. Tough account. I'm so glad. And shout out to you for even watching my video as well. Like, that's crazy how you even found me. Where did Michael Jordan become a Freemason? His initiation was at Widow's Son Lodge, number 328 PHA in Massachusetts, London. He was made a Master Mason at sight. A Master Mason at sight. Now you got to sit there and realize the symbolism as well. Because the thing is too, even in secret societies or societies with secrets, the higher you climb, the more known you become. So, male skull, majority society is this, being this, and there are a bunch of this being this or that. Female skull, male skull. You can see that the eyes should fit perfectly as a male. If you don't know, I'm just now learning this and I'm teaching myself. Why can't you? You should know that if the eyes fit in the socket, why are you calling me? Don't fucking call me as I'm making a video. Do not do that. Do not disturb. God damn it. No, hold on. I'm not connected to my Bluetooth. Go ahead and get... No, Matt, but you good, baby. You good. All right. So now that we noticed that, boom. Eyes fit perfectly in the socket. So to all the future people who want to understand and learn this whole realm of consciousness, if you start getting the overlays, if the eyes fit into these sockets, that's how you know if you're born a male or a female. So if you have a female skull, but you a man, Oh shit. So that was notification for my brother's college. That's crazy. But I know my boy good though. I'm gonna call him out this video. Or at least I'll hit him up. It's 5:25. No, he's not even at school right now. He in Florida. I'm tripping. Alright. But yeah, so that's the thing. If you do a forensic scan on yourself and your eyes match the female skull, you need to, and the thing is too, if you don't know, if you never knew, but your eyes match this EGI right here or this scan, you need to have a sit down with your parents and you need to ask some questions. And it's going to get dark and it's going to hurt very bad. But if you're aware of it and you don't care to even express it, I see what you are. If you gotta hide who you are, I can't fuck with you. You're weird. Focus on the message, not the messenger. Working definition of the occult. The occult is a body of science. All this is occultism. Literally, which is not widely known to the general population, consisting of hidden knowledge about the workings of the human psyche and the laws of nature. They are literally mocking God by using you as the experiment. XXXTentacion's mom, when I watched a documentary on Hulu in 2022, his mother said after his death that he was the first experiment and his son is the lesson. And her name is Cleopatra. Go do your research on what Cleopatra means. Both seen physical laws and unseen spiritual laws. You probably have a family that's in the occult that inverted you so you can become famous. Those who refuse to think for themselves are under mind control. If you can't even think for yourself, you're not a free thinker. Don't talk to me. Because you will dumb me down and you will keep me stuck in the same exact hypnosis like yourself. I've been there once, not going back. The 3D Matrix has been, or am I still there? The 3D Matrix has been hijacked. The negative agenda has impressed false parameters and ideas into all our heads. It's time to wake up and hear your own truths. Your own truths. I'm not giving you truth or fiction. I'm guiding you into a contradiction. Because I'm still confused on this shit. I'm basically just giving you a message of like, what's in front of your face. Revelation of method, alter egos through acting and characterization, celebrity sorceries involve pink adrenaline. How you can tell if a lot of them are obsessed with pink and not like, for one, there is no, you can't tie a gender to a color too. That's so fucking stupid. That's so dumb. Because I hate when people say like, you know, boys shouldn't wear pink. It's like, girls and boys don't have to categorize what's masculine and feminine through a color. That's the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my life. But if they are obsessed with pink, there's a reason why. And they do it to them young. Ritual theaters, costumes, and gestures, one-time only initiation called Hollywood Babylon. Hair, fertility, rituals, and initiation. Groomers, handlers, programmers. Checkerboard, behavior modification, fractured narratives, fragmented memories, split personality disorder. Behavior modification, MK Ultra. Alright. 3 types of people, MK Ultra program. Low, suggestible, negative 25%, difficult to control or alter behavior. So, I'm over here. That's why I don't know what fame is, because if I was famous, I would be on this side. And the thing is, too, majority of society is on this side. Average suggestible, negative 50%. High suggestible, negative 25% of the population. Quickly programmed to speak, force speech, or perform activities can be turned into unpaid perps. And the thing is, too, if you notice a lot of people they don't start talking about stuff like this, it's because they're a part of the program. If people are afraid to speak up on, people being inverted or being trafficked, watch out for those people because they are a part of it. They are a part of the agenda and they are scared to speak up because they are inspired by soul traffickers. I realize that about a lot of y'all. That's so deceitful. If you expose a Baphomet idolater, these Luciferian worshippers who are fans and groupies, they'll get mad at you. Or they'll start being curious and start making themselves feel guilty or look guilty. It's like you're telling on yourself. You're an idiot. Creating a highly suggestible population. Cell towers transmit frequencies to induce trance state and subliminal messages. Subliminal messages used for behavioral programming. That gooey ooey. After DNA behavior contain toxins, nanites, and metals that accumulate in the brain. Metals resonate with trance state frequencies. Chemtrails. Finely ground metals and jet fuel such as barium and aluminum. Ball. Literally, take off the rheum and the aluminum. Ball. Accumulate in the brain and help to induce a trance state, which increases the susceptibility to subliminal messages. Nanotech delivers specific chemicals and metals to alter behavior. And the thing is, those nanobites are so small in this fractal air, people are breathing it in and it's rotting their brain. Remote neural monitoring, used for measuring the effect of subliminal messages and to optimize programming. Implants, used to measure effects of behavior modification / sensors. Let's continue the work. Let's do it. What y'all been waiting for, man. Let's get to the money. Neither right nor wrong, man. This is gonna hurt a lot of people. If you look up to these people and you're inspired by them, what's the problem? We got ordinal Sumerian capitals mix and added 188-1128-373-266. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Rothschild money. The truth is banned. Air traffic control. Who's the god of the air? Why is his name Air Jordan? Every time you jump with this nigga, are you bound to get dunked on? How many people did it take to stop him on the Pistons from dunking on their asses? How many people did it take to bring down Lucifer in the air? If you read the Satanic Bible that I showed y'all in my previous videos, and I'm not a Satanist nor an atheist nor a Luciferian telling you that shit. I love open-minded perspectives because it helps me expose the bullshit that we breathe, eat, and sleep and shit in. Air traffic control. Air Jordan. Literally, Lucifer's lust for power. And the thing is, too, I don't fuck with that mindset of his and Michael Jackson, but Ron Jordan. But his mindset as far as like being powerful in basketball, I like that. When I played 2K, I just got done beating somebody 132 on 2K. 24, by the way. I was just playing team control. I was using the Warriors. Nigga had the Jazz and shit. And I was playing cross gen, smacking this nigga 132, cucking him. But I like having that power because you're submitting and you're not even trying. That's how I know in real life, when life is bending you over, you don't even fight back. You just say, fuck me, life. Pause. Satanic principles. So when people like Larry Bird are calling him Black Jesus, why? Oh, don't forget. Oh yeah, Skull and Gate. If you see this, I seen in your bio too, something about, I don't know, I guess you believe in Jesus. Not saying that that's a big issue, but we got to talk about that. Is that in the NFL teaching with the Jesus? Yeah, so Skull and Gate, I just want to show you something with Gematria that I just found crazy when it came to Jesus. And you don't got to like believe me, but you know in Gematria over here, if I'm going to speak in contradictions, because men lie, women lie, but these numbers, out of my control. Jesus, Lucifer. So when you said in your bio that you believe in Jesus, or you said something about Jesus, like you're giving credit to Jesus, just know, man, yeah. Yeah. I just want you to see that. If you are watching this video. And anybody else who follows him or her, I just want you to see that too. If you believe in Jesus, what I'm going to say is, and that's not even Jesus. And Jesus has no form. All right. Let's keep on going. All right. High-level global elite. I mean, and the thing is too, this Gematria teaching now is so easy. We done got through the bases of it. We're basically an hour in. But we done got through the bases. Now we can just cruise on contradictions. So smoke you one, sit back, relax. You can play this in the background, lay down, but we're gonna talk in vibrations now. You done seen the bioptic, you done seen the forensics, the bioptic operations, the autopsies, the skulls. I know it's confusing. That's a good thing, because you still being here. If you still here, comment down below. Thank you, Divinity, for showering your grace upon me. If you remember that and you say it, that's how I know you're a real one. I love to you, man. High-level global elite. He was passed through the industry, mastered the game of life. When you master the game of life, it gets lonely at the top. Wayne's brothers. No, the thing is too, the Wayne's brothers, I think they have met both of them, so they're in on it too. Don't forget white chicks. They were willing to sell out and duality for laughs. Wrong about what? So if somebody says you're wrong about Michael Jordan, you know what you're talking about. Okay. Pagan corruption. And they use us to corrupt our own communities. And we look up to it. How is Gaia being moved? Gaia is being moved because we are basically, we're spreading unity again. Like, it's not about, and they put titles to people who say gender isn't a real thing. Cause I ain't gonna lie, in higher realms, bro, there is no gender. Like, gender was always just a dumbass topic to me, but I know that I'm a man. But a man don't gotta say that. But it's like, I know intuitively that my dominant traits, all my personality, all those things, I intuitively always knew. So that should just be crazy, bro, because it's like, we have to get people who don't know that they're men or women to let themselves again, so that we can elevate and expose ancient religions. Trapped in the matrix, the Masonic tricks, and fakers and deceivers, caught in their lies. How many of you have been caught in their lies? How many people have looked up to their highlights or watched their videos and sung their songs? Look at how many kids sing Michael Jackson songs and dress up as him for Halloween. Purge the poison, source of souls, binary code numbers. So even in the Matrix at the beginning of the movie, Michael Jordan is bound to like numbers. He's enslaved to numbers. So in infinite realms, he will always play basketball. And there is no rest for the wicked. So in many different realms, we see Michael Jordan as what he's doing right now. So he never played basketball in our realm. But when you watch this nigga in a two-dimensional screen, like, he's doing that right now. In the past. For the future. Does that make sense? So the people who said, like, and the thing is too, I know there's some old heads who can say, bro, I watched Michael Jordan and Kobe when they play. Like, what are you talking about? They're really men, this and that. You never watched them play for real. You watched a Saturnalian hologram playing on the biggest stage ever. And you paid to watch it. And they weren't even playing. They weren't even hooping for you. They were hooping for higher ups. So that whenever they get done playing basketball, they finna get fucked again. Just so they can get more rings. What do you think you got to do to get these rings? What the fuck is going on? I'm trying to like, thank you. So like, as you watch this, caught in their lies, how many people have watched these highlights? They're playing right now. Like, that's a game on right now. So people can't say they retired or Kobe died in a plane crash. No, they didn't. These beings are still here right now, cooking niggas on the basketball court. When you sacrifice yourself to be at a higher realm of enlightenment, there is no rest for you. You will always be a basketball player. That is your mindset. So yeah, you sold yourself to be a god in this world, to be unguardable, to be the greatest of all time. The greatest sacrificial lambs of all time. There is no fucking GOAT, dumbass niggas. Who's the greatest of all time? Kobe, Jordan, LeBron? The fuck up. Like, niggas is sitting there asking who's the greatest woman of all time. What the fuck kind of conversation is that? Bavarian Illuminati, completely insane. And the thing is too, I question how insane insanity never was. Everything is a lie. Pretty much. And the lies hurt, man. Follow the money. What do you think he did? He followed the money. Central Intelligence. There will never be another Jordan. Ever. Even though everybody's doing his moves, but his hive mind, there will be no other. You got people saying, when they look at him, it's like he's levitating. How? I can't lie to myself. I can't. Greatest of all time. So even before, like I stated, in the past, before 2025 became the year, like year one, because of course, you gotta understand as well. How did you just get here in 2000? Like, how did we wake up one day being born in the 90s, 80s, 2000s, 2010s, so on and so forth? We just woke up one day and just said, that's the timeline that we follow. Someone's going to follow that timeline. So is it really 2025? How did our ancestors know? And the thing is, too, it says Sumerian tablets. How did ancient Hebrews, I hate saying that name too, how did ancient consciousness and biblical time periods on cuneiform, using numerology, stars aligning, which are not stars, projections aligning, how did they know that we will be the greatest sacrifice of all time? Michael Jordan, he is trans. My fault. Let me go ahead and marinate. Let me go ahead and do foreplay real quick. 113-678-224-165. Michael Jordan, he is trans. There's nothing wrong with that, but you got to ask yourself why basketball has shifted from a insane, dominant, feminine mindset to where people can't even fathom divine masculinity and divine feminine in one. So Michael Jordan is literally divine feminine, divine masculine combined into an inverted entitlement of an avatar that was never here. I am the magician. Human zoo. He's literally performing for animals as a clown. He was performing for animals as a clown in the circus. Sea of fools. Whenever you see niggas go into a game, it's a pool, a sea of foolishness. Looking at holograms, sellouts, societies in secrecy that were never there. They only got initiated to do one thing and one thing only. Get paid to be in the way. Don't get in the way of the main character. Don't get, y'all are all Satan or satanic pawns on a chessboard. Let the kings and the Luciferians battle it out. These are our bread makers, our money makers. We bet on them. These mafias, these communities, they bet on the best bet that they're fucking. You want to become a goddamn billionaire by being a good person? The fuck out of here, nigga. Niggas are sitting here fucking people and then throwing them out to the game and saying, go play, bitch. Yes, master. Eugenics. Kidnappers. And I do believe, not even believe, actually through a projection, I know that the avatar, the being or the real like parasite that played this avatar was kidnapping children, sacrificing like his dad and shit to climb the higher ranks. Like, you became a master mason on sight? Damn. What did you do? AI generator. Artificial intelligence generated his consciousness. He was never here. So people are just now seeing AI videos and they can't tell the difference. Imagine back then. AI been here. Niggas are just now catching up. He's a Bryant. When Michael Jordan cried for that ceremony for Kobe, was he crying because he lost a part of himself, or did he lose himself through Kobe? A child crying. You take that how you want. But why does that add up to your name? How do you become a billionaire? Play the game. At what cost? If it costs you everything, then you'll do anything you can to be enlightened. What is magic? What is it? Magic gets so deep. It's black magic and white magic, red magic, blue, green, purple, violet, aqua. There's so many variations of magic that your soul couldn't even fathom it in this lifetime. That's why many are called and few are chosen. Like, a lot of us are, that's why I relate to a lot of these celebrities by exposing them. Because it's just like, I was able to escape that same realm. And to all these spiritual leaders, why aren't any of y'all teaching Gematria? So far, I feel like I'm the only being who's exposing motherfuckers in 4 ciphers. I ain't never seen no shit like this. What is gay? And I don't even want to go too deep into that because that's just sus to even think about, in my opinion. But I'm open-minded, so it's like, that was a closed-minded thing to say, but being open-minded, it's like, I don't really care, because it's like, if you happy with the same, like, to me, I feel like, because of course the meaning is happy, but it's like, what is happiness in an illusion that isn't happy with itself? I feel as if you marry or date the same sex, you're just dating and marrying and kissing and touching and having sex with yourself. So what is gay when it's you? How can energy be gay when we are never here in the first place? That's why I don't understand people. That's why I don't talk to people, because niggas, like, if you ask somebody what is gay, they'll give you a whole description, but that makes no fucking sense to me. And then when you contradict their thoughts and then you articulate it better, they'll sit there and say, that's some gay ass shit you said. What is gay though? And if you ask gay, how gay are you? I think the title gay would even know how gay it never was. Demon host. Blue checkmark if you go on Jordan's Instagram or his social media. It's right in front of your face. Tezzeret. Meaning that, so for example, they play on stages. They play in shapes. Do you understand that? The moment you come into this room, you have lights on you. That means that at birth, you have all these all-seeing eyes on you. These beings play in rectangles. They're playing in shapes. Squaring the shapes, squaring the soul in the shape that it's living in. Schools. When you go into a school, What shape is the room? Why are these lights that color? Why are they so bright? Why are they so dim? Why are they flickering? Your room, your kitchen, your house, your car, stores, there's shapes all around you. Literally. You cannot make this stuff up. They're squaring solar energy. Damn, man, clumsy. They're squaring solar energy in shapes. Goat demons. Who's the greatest pop star of all time? Man and woman. And I already told y'all that. So it's kind of like, you just have to sit there and just really question, like, and to the people who don't know or who haven't seen They Live, I recommend this shit. Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan, you know you next, right? You're not next, but you're gonna get exposed too. But he's irrelevant right now. So this movie is about the people who are not like us. Like the ones, like when you take off your glasses, you think that that's a man or a woman. You put the glasses on, it's both. And you like, what the fuck? Fatherless. Lit. Michael Jordan. Fatherless. So when he was crying and shit, and he wanted for it. Can't make this stuff up, bro. Father's Day game. Sobbing on the floor. Michael won his 4th championship and dedicated to his late father. They even telling you this nigga sacrificed his father to get his 4th ring. Fatherless. Puppets. Luminary. How luminous of a being do you gotta be to sacrifice your own father just to get a ring? And you know what's crazy? I don't even think his father's even dead. This deceit gets so deceitful, I don't even think niggas is actually dying for real. Because for one, how can consciousness die if it was never living? Cosmic wave, don't jump. Every time niggas is jumping with Jordan, you getting your bitch ass dumped on. When you are ready, let me know. I'm just gonna block this off. Satanic ritual. What if it is true? We can't do shit about it. All we can do is just sit here. Because I asked myself that. I said, what if it is true? I can't do shit about it. Nor can I give a fuck about it. But I had to, if I see this shit, I had to really ask my inner child, what do you want to do about this? I gotta show somebody. I gotta tell somebody, do you know what you look up to or what you're inspired by? Do you know what you're infatuated with? Do you know why you call this person the greatest of all time? Do you know that you're looking up to a woman? Playing a man? Joanna Man? Come on, man. Hush Money trial. Desired by white men. So who you think was... He basically played like somebody was giving it to him and he didn't like it. But he had to do it just to get rings. Remove all curses. You are a murderer. You must love. Because does the murderer know that they're murdering themselves? Ruthless mimics. What did he do to Steve Kerr? Who didn't do shit to him? Satan the Anunnakian. Wiccan monasticism. And people don't even know what the fuck that is. I know what Wiccan is, but this, I don't know what that is. Reveal the invisible. Shit, we been done did that. When I put that? Oh, I still like this though. I didn't mean to put this. I think I was looking at the Hebrew Gematria for him, and I put that. Because I was like, yeah, I looked at the Hebrew or the one above the English and simple. That's what I did. Okay. My fault, y'all, on this one. So you don't really got to align this one, but we still got more. But reveal the invisible. I mean, the point still stands though, right? Because someone be like, how do you know this though? Intuition never lies. Like when I use these gematrias, like I don't see good and bad, but I just see how dark your trauma was and still is. The energy source. How many people took his energy and made it their own in today's game of basketball? The Saturn plague. Blast that humanoid. No need to blast him, but I want you to know, like, what we doing right now? Son crimes children. So his sons recently got arrested. One of his sons, crimes against children. But don't forget, hush money trial. Desired by white men. What is he doing for the white man? There's a movie. Excuse me. There's a movie. This movie right here, Air. I need to expose Space Jam too. But yeah, that movie Air, they were like talking about just like the whole background to him getting the shoes and like what his mother basically sold him to. Yeah. Okay. Gateway to Babylon. Because if we can stand and look in this gateway and then wipe the fog from the mirror of Michael Jordan, we can expose the underground extraterrestrial mindset of underground experiments. Numbers don't lie. Even Gematria knows that. Illuminati, real agenda. Societies with secrets, real agenda. Psychotic women. Think about all the instances that Michael Jordan got into. Pay your soul. So if you pay your soul, you rage against a machine. No wonder it says in your shit. Like literally, it says don't jump. Don't jump. Paid his soul to be the greatest. He literally paid his soul to be this. Damn. Heaven's frequency. Telepathic seraphim. Because I feel like, for one, you're immediately being a master mason on site. That's crazy. All right, Michael Joseph Jackson. Let's get into it, man. Anesthesiologist. We'll look that up. Satan is the king of the earth. And if you notice, why are you idolizing people in this room? Why do we have celebrities when we're all celebrities? Hollywood market. And the thing is too, Hollywood is a breeding ground for satanic spawns that are traumatizing the minds of beings that have no say-so of their gender, naturally. Future billionaire. How did our ancestors know that Michael Jackson would own Sony and go through that whole spill? Past memory erased. Maybe that's why he was so... That's probably why he was music. One of the greatest, if not the best artists to ever touch this plane of existence. And the thing is, this was a vibration. It was never here. Go watch his movie too. And go watch the Michael Jordan documentary. As you watch this video, this shit get deeper. What is Satan's book? Go study the Satanic Bible. It talks about shit like this. Anton LaVey's deathbed. But now I feel like his past memory was erased because they needed the Corbinite to make Joe and the higher up some money. Because it was in like, I guess Joe must have understood Gematria, knew he was a future billionaire. So it was like, all right, He was like, basically, I gotta traffic you in this industry, and we gotta erase your memory of the MK Ultra. Under MK Ultra, stop victim blaming. They're all deceivers. Yeah, because somebody can say, why didn't the victim do anything about it? Don't blame them for that. Because some people, like, how's a 5-year-old going to stop 10 pale costumes from wanting to touch on him? He's like 5 years old. That man was a kid born into this realm getting fucked by life. Because his father knew that his father somehow, some way had to know about this shit. So how deep does the spell casting get? And the thing is, so these are basically all allegations because I don't know their family. Stages of torment. They are all deceivers. And people look up to these niggas. I can't fuck with you. If you look up to this nigga that's deceiving you, I can't fuck with you. Stages of torment. Don't forget, so many spankings. And we all know how abusive Joe was. That's all in the public. So how did Gematria know that? So was he really getting spankings, or was Gematria just manifesting this right here? Did Joe follow this? How did Gematria know that? I thought the torment got so bad. I feel like his mother. How would you feel if your mom allowed your dad to traffic you, erase your memory, just so that you can be a future billionaire and save your family from poverty? How would you feel about that if your mom knew that you went through that and she did nothing about it but watch you be who you are? You're famous though. You're a billionaire. Imagine your parents saying, you're a billionaire now. The past doesn't matter. I'll slap the fuck out of you. Too good to be true. I know somebody's saying that too. Time is at 6:02. Damn. Too good to be true. I know somebody's like, hell nah, bro. I know somebody's like, fuck yeah, bro. Reveal hidden reality. You don't gotta tell me twice. That's all we do. I ain't never seen nobody talk about this reality before. I looked up on YouTube Michael Jordan like Gematria. I didn't see Michael Jackson Gematrias, but not like this. I looked up Michael Jordan Gematria. Ain't seen it. I'm gonna be the first. Transsexual wife. Righteous or saved. Holographic matrix. Like I told you, this whole Masonic tricks is all a hologram. It does not exist. Egyptian culture. So remember the time we fell in love, so that's on. So he was mocking the culture, which isn't our culture, but it's a satanic root of a culture that we experience. We ain't never adopted that shit, so we adopted it through this nigga. And people praise him for that. You're praising sun worshippers that were masking themselves from their true identity. These were fucking extraterrestrial experiments that were technically damn near gods playing in the Egyptian culture. We were never calling ourselves Egyptians, man. Quantum jumping. The planet of the god Baal, abandoned by her mother. Told you. I feel like his mom knew, or her mom knew. There's no way. Imagine all the times that Michael Jackson if he just stumbled over a shoelace. Imagine his mom just watching him go through that shit. Eternal in Jupiter. I feel like he will forever dance, forever sing, forever make a song or make songs in the box of Jupiter or the black cube of Jupiter. Los Angeles, California. How did they know he would move out there and change his life? Dirty Diana. No. Every last secret. Mother-son incest. 197-1182-394. 197. Dirty Diana. No. Speak, speak, speak. Be free. Money solution. Sell out your asshole. Get on your knees. Suck like 20 dicks. Guarantee you'll be a billionaire. Pause. Subconscious being. Genetically modified DNA. And niggas will still probably sit here and say, by this time, if you can't even see the symbolism, you're gone. Genetically modified DNA. Michael Joseph Jackson. The Secret Covenant. Behind closed doors, what did they do to his DNA to make him go from being this being to what we see today? Voodoo witchcraft. When I told you about the YouTuber who talked about that whole situation when he went upstairs and all that. Voodoo witchcraft. I think there was a time too, I think he was sitting in his room or in a room and had mirrors all around him. He was sitting in the middle and he was like tapping in or channeling spirits. CERN's Hadron Collider. Infernal Incarnation. Those eggs will always incarnate. Those are the most expensive. So who's coming to sensation in his womb? Pause. How many Michael Jackson 2.0s do we see today? Television, satanic. Two-dimensional, yeah. I tried guiding you. I led you to the water and you still won't drink it. That's fine with me. I'm gonna drink this water though. DNA changes cannot undo. Still don't believe me, huh? You don't have to. It's right here in front of your face, man. Friendly pervert. Not saying that the allegations are true, but that should raise an eyebrow. Why are you in bed with kids that aren't yours? Why do you have your own amusement park and people bring their kids to your amusement park? Interesting. Why was he holding a kid over the balcony? Adore the Antichrist. If you faint over a celebrity, you know like these beings are vacuumizing your soul. If you faint over a hologram, you're not a person. You're not a person at that point. You're not even God. History eugenics. Feminine frequencies. You seek knowledge. Shedding meets. What did Akon say? Government spell. Psyoptic operation. Psychological warfare. Finding connections. When you can pause this and screenshot it all you want. Find your own connection. I gave you, all I did was type in Michael Joseph Jackson, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Michael Joseph Jackson. MJJ. What's the difference? Geoengineering kills. Harvey Weinstein, a known offender, by the way. Timekeepers Pleiades. The Satan's Genetic Code Mystery School. This nigga was taught by Aleister Crowley and Anton LaVey. Michael Jordan, pansexual. Go both ways. Decepticons. The Sun God. People are calling him Black Jesus. And if you don't believe me, because I know some people just, And thing is too, there's probably nobody even thinking like that. They probably like, nigga, I'm not even down you, bro. You showing proof, nigga. I just gotta sit here and just shut my ass up. Just don't comment foolishness. They're watching. Now people gonna behave.
When it came time to take Wix to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix was perfect for that.
Point blank, I never seen nobody play like he plays, and
I ain't gonna lie, Larry.
we mean, you can include all of them.
That wasn't Michael Jordan out there. That was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
It's God disguised as Michael Jordan. This phrase, which captures escape of baptism and love, to be superhuman Jordan. That Shaq acknowledges Jordan's influence on, and when he was Michael Jordan,
figuring they wanted to beat you, or Michael Jordan, you don't want to mess with God. You gotta stay away from Mike. Leave that man alone.
LeBron James holds Michael Jordan in.
Honestly, fuck Michael Jordan.
I regard as a basketball idol.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say it too. Michael Jordan is not the best basketball player of all time.
And he has often stated that he grew up watching.
Sorry, did I hurt somebody? Do something about it. He's not the greatest of all time, and neither is he. They are both great players. They are not the greatest of all time. Stop it.
And imitating his play style. He respects Jordan's contribution to the game as both a player and a cultural figure. Despite the inevitable comparisons, LeBron
I don't even care.
Jordan was kind of used him to help me get through some of the darkest days that I had. Even at, people say, well, you're only 9 years old, but you know, there's a lot of dark days, you know, when you grow up the way I grew up, and you're part.
And they never talk about those dark days. I ain't gonna lie, LeBron, just because you said that, yeah, you might have to go, bro. You might have to go bye-bye.
Basketball legend is influenced how meeting on to show the last.
I played against
I ain't gonna lie, T-Mac to me, one of the greats, bro. One of them.
And the first time I
so cold.
the guard, I'm like, yo, this first time shaking it. How was it like playing against MJ your rookie year? Shaking in my boots. First time. Shaking in the first time I had the guard. I'm like, yo, this. Man, first of all, let me go back. 1997, MJ them in the playoffs. I think they played against the Hawks. Right? I'm at the game, playoff game. Bruh, I got an opportunity to go in the back by the locker room after the game. So I'm standing back there. I'm 17 years old, kid. I've never been around NBA players like this, or even, I've never been around somebody like MJ. So I'm standing back there, kid, and Pip
Black
comes
Jesus.
out. Pip.
That's all you need to hear. And that was Matt Barnes saying that. So, the Sun guy, you see what I'm saying? Just that easy. Read the script. Microchips. Erasing their memories. Mind control. These beings are chipped at birth. But they're on the unconscious spectrum. Hitlerism. I feel like Michael Jordan and Hitler are one and the same. Patriarchs. Telekinetic. Mutation. Hidden message. And the thing is too with telekinetic and mutation, I feel like this nigga was a mutated form of consciousness that was telepathically attacking his enemies, and they were just like bowing down to this nigga because he was, or she was just fucking him behind closed doors. Like imagine, pause, you can pause, just pause. That's crazy. That's sick. That's sick. Because I was gonna say, what if this nigga was fucking his opponents and they were just like letting him just drop that many points because they knew like it's Michael Jordan? Pause. Hidden message. Demogorgon. So with Demogorgon, if you watch Stranger Things, that's like the realm that's evil, but then when you flip that realm, it's this realm. So that's where the beings would be at. That's a Demogorgon. So it's like we live in the realm that's flipped over, that's not positive. We live on the negative side of the illusion of the world, but the positive realm is underneath our feet. Agartha, golden inner earth, that's the timeline, that's the realm we should be in. But on the surface, we are basically upside down. Sacrifice child. Infidelity, surgery. What you need surgery for? Angelic host, Bianca Sensory. What is Kim Kardashian doing here? What is Caitlin Clark doing here? They live. Mainstream. And the thing is too, I always said when I first seen Caitlin Clark, I was like, But then somebody told me, if you're going to assume that that's a man, you have to prove it. Took me a year to figure it out, but now we're here. Kaylin, you'll meet me soon. You'll meet your time. You and Gematria, y'all gonna be best friends. You're gonna really have a great time with that one. When you get to know yourself, how you and Curry, ooh, Curry, I forgot about you. I got a forensics file on you. Oh, well, yeah, we already talked about that. We already showed that in the Super Bowl one, so, well, you may need your own video. Be not deceived. Burning Man, black and white. What did Michael Jackson say? It's black, it's white. Duality, literally. Adversary. This is it. Michael Jackson. Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan. Literally. In two ciphers. One and the same. Michael Jackson, sculptor. And to me, that means, like, you know, just as far as the being, so like Get Out, the being that was within Michael Jackson, I feel like that's the being that sculpted Michael Jackson's whole perception of life. I ain't gonna lie, I know what I'm gonna do for y'all. So look, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you know we came far. Y'all remember when I used to do this? If you are OG, basically, before I started, like, this how you know this was the old me, like my old thoughts. This how you know this video is actually supposed to have been made. This is an old video. I didn't even have Sumerian capitals, none of that. Only had the ordinal. And I thought I was doing something in one cipher. Now we got 4. But yeah, there's a lot of Gematria. And shout out to Call Me Kinfolk, because that's when Call Me Kinfolk helped me with Gematria, so I just started taking on by myself. But we got so much, but I want to show y'all as well, like, how many Gematrias we got. Hex, Satanic Seal, the Sigil. One of his bodysuits, like, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that. So, okay. I'm not gonna discuss that, but I just want y'all to see, like, what we have for the teaching, because I fuck with y'all. Just so you know what to expect. But we're gonna do a part 2, because I gotta make sure I got storage. So let's get to it. All right, enlightening. It's just that simple. I mean, the things that Michael Jackson did was just enlightening. I mean, come on. Whole entire time though, I also think as well that this is also, so shedding meat suits, I feel like this is also, I feel like the real Michael was sacrificed. The real Michael was sacrificed. Like the actual being born into this world. So the woman, they had to sacrifice her identity, erase her memory. They had to place a spell on her mind that went beyond, it just went beyond her subconscious being, because money is a solution. That's exactly why, as she became more conscious through Michael Jackson, she was able to rest in peace. Because the feminine frequencies are tapped into deeper esoteric knowledge. as you shed the meat suit, as you have an awakening. That's why a lot of celebrities, whenever they wake up, they'll start speaking out on what the industry has did to them. So when he started speaking out on Sony and exposing them, and all of a sudden, and then when he said that he exposed it, like he owned the Beatles catalog, and he owns a lot of Beatles catalog too. But as you start saying like they're altering the history books, now they gotta assassinate this nigga because we thought we had you under mind control. We erased your memory. Now you're remembering who you are, but you still not telling people what you were at birth. So, but yeah, where's that? Not Michael. I guess it might be for. It's all good though. But as long as you know, like it was sacrifice, fertility, programmer. Oh, magic mirror! I told you this nigga would be sitting in front of mirrors and doing satanic spells behind closed doors, or I wouldn't say satanic, but just spells. He was doing spells in higher dimensions, oblivious. I feel like the whole entire time, the being playing Michael Jackson was oblivious to itself. The end of time. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Hold on. Michael Jackson is talking to himself. Do you remember the time we... Like, come on, bro. Michael Jackson was talking to himself, knowing that these industries are gonna fuck him to get that song out. And people thought that he's like singing to like, and it was what makes it worse. They put this nigga in whiteface and made him mock ancient Egyptian culture, and motherfuckers was literally dancing to this and singing to this, not knowing that. And nobody's seen this shit went over. That's how enlightened this nigga is. He was speaking. When did this song come out? This shit came out 1992. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, that shit went over niggas' heads in this time period. Do you remember when we fell in love? Come on, dog. Oh, see, now I want to show Big Sean and Will Smith. They'll get exposed too. We were young, and it said then, do you remember how it all began? It just seemed like heaven, so why did it end? His thing is talking about, like, do you know how deep his songs get? When you leave this video, you have to relearn and learn again every day. Contradict everything, question everything. That shit gets deeper the deeper we make these videos. Do you remember when we fell in love? Who's we? When all there is you, subconsciously. We were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seemed like heaven, so why did it end? Do you remember? You don't even remember. Back in the fall, we'd be together all day long. Do you remember? Us holding hands in each other's eyes, we stared. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Do you remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Like, come on, bro. He's talking to himself. He ain't talking to nobody. He was a Pleiadian, I feel like. Well, the white version of him was Pleiadian, but the black version was reptilian or Anunnaki or Lyran, whatever the fuck spiritual role he had. Extraterrestrial, phone home, E.T., phone home. Literally, so it's just that simple. Transform. Loneliness. The higher you go in enlightenment, so even if you watch his movie, his house had that driveway. He was so lonely, he bought animals, monkeys, apes, chimpanzees, giraffes, birds, snakes, and then people, it was hard for them to reach him because he just wanted to be alone with his animals and shit. The Lion King, great movie. Psilocybin. You do shrooms or you take this substance as plant medicine, it'll unlock the neurons in your brain, and your brain will start to work, and it'll start to question the pathway that it was unconscious to the whole entire time. Compassion, no matter what. We gotta always show compassion to beings who are not awake to them being transformed and inverted at birth. The mirror. That correlates to magic mirrors. Tower of Babel. So by him even singing, he's already playing with tongues through his mindset or his enlightenment. Literally. Immunity. He never died, nor was he ever crucified. Discernment. Depression. Simpsons. Don't forget. And then it's too with depression, I feel like that could just come through the fact of nobody really knowing what he was going through. How do you tell people that you were getting touched and aped as a kid, but you're the most iconic being, so why does that matter? How do you tell people that? They don't know how to sympathize with a being that's iconic. People don't see his trauma, they just see Michael as the music that he never sang about. Homer meets Michael Jackson, The Simpsons. I mean, dog. Simpsons. I mean, at this point, get this video to 20 likes. If this video gets 20 likes, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, like or comment as well. For part 2, get this to 20 likes. If this gets 20 likes, yeah, we're gonna shoot for it. Cause I don't want to say 10 no more. Cause I done seen y'all get 17 likes, 15. If this video gets 20 likes, I'll do a part 2. I'll do a part 2. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages. And thank y'all for tuning in to A Contradiction. And hopefully your mind fell into a rabbit hole that you may have to sleep on all day. I love you so much, Divine Reflection. Have a great, wonderful day.